ball for the T-Wolves. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
And I really think they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
Randall can't hit. And it's the Lakers ball. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
And you hope this early foul doesn't dissuade his aggressiveness.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Smooth. Outside Davis. Edwards against Reddish. Here's Smooth. 4 on the clock. Drills it from deep. Smooth's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Randall, the pass to Reed. Outside Paul. Pass to Randall. The 3. Another miss by Minnesota. Reed against Davis. To the wing on the left. Smooth. That 3's off the mark. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Randall outside. Up top, Reed. Outside Edwards. For 3, Randall. Randall with another miss.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Pass to Smooth. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, really excellent passer for his position. Davis more than capable of dropping down.
Randall outside. Back to Paul. Alexander Walker, the pass to Paul. And here's Edwards to snap the cold streak. Connects from downtown.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Randall, the pass to Alexander Walker. Reed with it, checked by Davis. And it's blocked by Davis.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside, Alexander Walker.
Number 68. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Lakers. Outside Edwards. There's the triple.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defense.
He swipes the ball away again.
He reads the floor so well defensively, and it's really hard to get anything past this guy.
Few can do it. That's why he's now tied for second in steals all time. I mean, think about that.
I'm thinking about Jason Kidd, the guy he's matched with. I mean, one of the toughest guards and most instinctual players in the history of the game. That's a guy you want to be compared with.
Randall outside. Three-pointer. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. And as we're halfway through the season, let's see how the power rankings are shaking out. You look at Minnesota, not a bad place to be, holding on to that number 2 spot.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they've been such a welcome surprise. Not many people thought they could be this good, but they continue to relish the role of underdog.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
That one's good for 2.
They're really working the paint now.
And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Paul. Down low. Smooth grabs the miss. Smooth's got 4 rebounds now. James against Edwards. And it's in there.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Edwards for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
That's one. More assists in the career of CP3. We haven't seen many better passers in NBA history.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Throw it down on the lob.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Edwards. Again, the miss by Edwards. The Lakers lead by 11. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick, and when I brought up Chris Paul, Coach marveled at his leadership, saying he's a heck of a player and a natural-born leader. Few players in the history of the game have been able to command an offense and a locker room the way that CP has throughout his career. Coach has nothing but respect for the future Hall of Famer. EA?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Timberwolves trail by 13. Outside Paul. Pass to Edwards. For 3. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it.
And yes! Another basket!
And as he continues to fill it up, guys, he's nearing first place all time for points in the season.
Historically dominant. He's put them on his back all season long.
And Wilt Chamberlain scoring 4,029 points back in 1962. A whole different era, but to surpass that now would be almost inconceivable.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Here's Edwards. Smooth grabs the miss. The Lakers lead by 14. James finds Reddish to the inside. And then Davis punches it home!
Davis puts it down with authority. And his team is just going wild about it. Man, that was impressive.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Outside Edwards. Here's the 3. The Lakers with a rebound. Smooth's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Reddish. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Now let's check out the race for Rookie of the Year. These young stars now have a season behind them. So who stood out in this incredibly talented crowd? He's shown us throughout the course of this season that he's at the top of his rookie class. So it's no surprise to see him in the top spot.
And there's no doubt he's the top contender. I'll be shocked if he's not lifting the Rookie of the Year trophy later on.
The way he has sustained his level of play for the entire season, that's what's most impressive, the consistency of his performance. He hasn't had the major ups and downs that so many rookies go through.
Here's Edwards. No good again that time. The Lakers lead by 18. James deciding where to go with it. Let's go with a three. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in.
All systems are on go when LeBron has the ball behind the arc.
Timberwolves trail by 21. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan, and grant the success of teams like the Timberwolves, showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Right side, Robinson. Here's McDaniels. Smooth grabs the miss. Smooth's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Russell, that's good.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Dillingham. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
To the middle. Here's Connect. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 6 assists now in the game. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And here's Dillingham from the arc. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Randall against James. Pass to Smooth. And he dunks it down.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here's Dillingham, guarded by Russell. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's got 7 points. 1:42 left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. And here's Connect outside. Sinks the tray.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Dillingham. He has 7. Outside Robinson. Randall against James. Randall inside. Some solid defense from James.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Count it.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Randall can't hit.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
Here's Smooth. Checked by Randall. Drives to the hoop.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Pass to Gobert. Here's Dillingham. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Count it. He's got 9.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
To the paint. Here's Smooth. Can't hit that one. McDaniels with some nice D. Robinson finds McDaniels. Here's Dillingham. Outside McDaniels. Off target from three-point range. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we got a blowout underway here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
We've got Anthony Davis. Connect is out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Williams, and it's Smooth in at the 3. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Inside, here's Connect. Drops in the layup for 2. Connect's got 7 points in the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's McDaniels off the drive. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value utility guy.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Reddish is checked in. Over to the wing. Here's Smooth. He buries it from three. Smooth's got 5 points now this quarter.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Outside McDaniels. From downtown. The Lakers with a rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
Here's Ingles. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Lakers making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that? Yet another bucket!
A day has come that I thought we'd never see. He's done the impossible.
And it's a new record for points in a season. Incredible!
Yeah, he has broken Wilt Chamberlain's historic mark from 1962. It stood for decades until now.
A captivating personality, player, and what a season. Now we get to hear from MP. He's got the mic.
I'm truly fortunate to be here tonight, having set the record for most points in the season. Wow. I've done a lot to be proud of, but this one right here, this one is special. So I couldn't have done it without my teammates supporting me and my coaches putting me in a position to succeed. All of my family and my friends growing up, I appreciate y'all. So thank you all so much. Thank you.
The home fans cheering for MP, who now stands alone as the single-season record holder for total points.
You know, I thought his remarks were right on the money, thanking those who got him here.
And for Minnesota, they're shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. McDaniels against Vanderbilt. Stolen by Vanderbilt. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he pulled in a season-high number of rebounds. And he had a monster game that last time out. He'll try to match or even exceed those numbers tonight. That's got to be scary to face, Brian.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Ingles. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
To the inside. Here's Smooth. And the layup is good off the glass. Smooth's got 30.
I just love the ball movement.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Here's McDaniels. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Down low. Here's Smooth. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Smooth's got 13 points in this quarter.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Clark with Minnesota being a major player in the West now. Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Hey, who's watching now?
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Shannon. Ingles from outside. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Miller's checked in for Minnesota.
Number 33, Leonard Miller.
Puts up a deep 3. Minnesota again missing.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this week. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Miller outside. Here's Gobert. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his second.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, B.A., and that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards comes in for Ingles. Good on the shot.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. That'll be the 3rd stop of this 4-game trip. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. And Davis with the block.
That's what happens when you challenge Davis. He can be so disruptive as a defender. That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
Hayes is checked in for Los Angeles. Edwards, the pass to Robinson. Now here's Reed. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Out left to the wing. Outside Reddish. Five to shoot. Davis with a screen on Edwards. Reddish misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Edwards, a pass to Robinson. This one for three. That one no good.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Over to the left wing. Takes a three. Smooth, no good. And here's Minnesota now. Out of bounds, it'll be Lakers ball. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You take a look at the Lakers. Final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And of course the Timberwolves, far behind in the standings.
You know, for Minnesota, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. But they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure that they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Randall, left side. Pass to Reed. Smooth grabs the miss. Smooth's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Russell, the pass to Smooth. A good-looking shot from the wing. Smooth's got 43 points.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Outside McDaniels. Reddish against Edwards. Pass to Reed. Over Hayes. LeBron with the rebound.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Here's Smooth. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. James inside, working on McDaniels. Shot's good by James. James has got 9.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
McDaniels passes to Randall. Pure from three-point range. Randall's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Smooth. The three is up. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
That's his 3rd shot from downtown this quarter. 4 for the game.
Minnesota's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Reed, a screen on Reddish. To the middle. Here's a 3 from Paul. It's Hayes with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Shot's good by James. 11 points in the game.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Randall outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Randall's got his 2nd basket on the night.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Inside. Here's Smooth. 2nd shot opportunity. Outside for Russell. Pass to Smooth. Launches it. Rebound Minnesota. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Outside Russell. To the left wing. Here's Smooth. Gets the 3 ball to go. Smooth's got 49 in the game.
Terrific imagination, creativity. Russell already one of the league's more intriguing playmakers.
Edwards looking it over. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Randall with it. 14 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
And he didn't just put up big points. He beat everyone to the boards.
Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. Connect comes in for Reddish. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. 56 seconds left in the first half. Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Well, Los Angeles shooting a legendary 79%. Their offense is just on a tear. Another one goes. Incredible. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Out to the wing. Here's Smooth. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Over Connect. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards got 14 points for the game.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
To the wing, right side. Here's Smooth. No good on the triple. Outside Edwards. Oh, it's good! Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. That's how you beat the clock. Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
Whew. That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's Los Angeles delivering the blowout. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
You know, right now for Minnesota, holding steady at the 2 spot. I wonder how they feel about that placement on our ranking scale.
I'm sure it keeps them up at night. That's the power of the power rankings, about equal to a half a cup of coffee.
Well, if it's going to keep them up, I have a product that should put them to sleep. I got all the products, baby.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Timberwolves.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a scary sight. 2 of you.
Well, we're going to need a bigger fridge, Ernie.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So for Minnesota right now, we've got Edwards, Julius Randle out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Paul in at the point. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting poorly, just 30% so far. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. And he lobs it up top.
You know, he may have a scorer's mindset.
And here's Paul, still without a bucket. Outside Edwards to the left side wing. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. Reed sets a screen from outside the arc. Edwards can't hit. And for the Lakers, they're shooting an out-of-this-world 77% from undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD. Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
6 to shoot. For 3, Randall. Smooth grabs the miss. Smooth's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Tipped. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On Friday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah. And then Sunday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns.
Some might look at this schedule and already mark off how many wins they'll get. But I think that's a mistake. You can never take a night off in the NBA. Even the ones you think will be easy are tough.
Minnesota again missing.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
James finds Reeves. Here's Smooth. And he slams it in one-handed.
That's a high IQ pass by Reeves. He sets up the guy who's most open.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Randall outside. Back to Paul. Fires at the elbow. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Paul's got his first 2 points.
The master of the mid-range, Chris Paul, showing those young kids how it's done.
Reddish against Edwards. Reddish passes to Smooth. No good with the triple.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
The open shot by Edwards. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
To the right side. Here's Smooth. No good from outside. Minnesota has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Edwards. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Edwards got 19 points.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
Randall against James. To the paint. Here's Davis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Davis has got 9 points.
Inside offense almost seems too easy for Davis, but it's not. I mean, you have to have a lot of confidence, strength, and skill to score against that kind of defense.
Over the course of the last month, here are the NBA's best free throw shooting teams. The Lakers, number 1.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from a charity stripe. Whenever you found them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
And that one falls for Reed.
I like the fact that Reed is pretty crafty. He's got a good understanding and feel for the game. I mean, he makes plays, especially around the hoop, that other big men can't.
And so Reed nails them both. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Outside Reeves. To the wing on the left. Here's Smooth. Offline with a 3. Well, the Timberwolves shooting a disappointing 38%. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
James outside to the left side wing. Here's Smooth, and it's good. He hits another one. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Now here's Paul. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Here's Edwards. Smooth grabs the miss. Smooth's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Davis finds Reeves. Davis with a screen on Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Christian Wood is checked in for James. Now here's Reddish, covered by Alexander Walker. Here's Reeves, and the jumper falls for him. Reeves has got 7.
Zero hesitation from Reeves that time. He never lacks confidence.
Paul taking his time here. Pass to Edwards. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Outside Reddish. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Paul against Reeves. Edwards for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Edwards got 24 points.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half. Now nails another.
Out left to the wing. Here's Smooth. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves.
That's 4 fouls for him tonight. He needs to pick his battles wisely going forward.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt comes in for Davis. And connects subbed in for Reddish. McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. Robinson comes in for Edwards. Outside Reed. Pass to McDaniels. Shoots. That's good on the jumper.
Big forwards like Jaden McDaniels who can pull up for a jumper from anywhere. Those guys are a luxury to have.
Outside Reeves. Here's Smooth. And got it! Another basket!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Left side, Alexander Walker. Reed sets a screen. For 3, Randle. Wood grabs the board.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Pass to Smooth from behind the arc. Rebound Minnesota. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Robinson. Takes the 3. Wood grabs the board. The Lakers have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. To the inside. Smooth. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Robinson. Pass to Reed. Now Randle. Over Vanderbilt. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Here's the break. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. Oh, swiped away. Inside. Here's Vanderbilt. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
To the paint. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
McDaniels going upstairs with an athletic move.
Vanderbilt against Randall. Here's Smooth from the low block. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. And some changes here for the Lakers. Williams is checked in for Christian Wood, and Russell is subbed in for Reeves. Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Oh, another one falls!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense, really taking it to the opposition. Russell against Robinson. Here's Ingles. Off the left rim and out. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend. Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
Robinson finds Reed. Now here's McDaniels. 5 on the clock. Reed against Williams. Some solid defense from Williams. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Stolen by Ingles. Left side McDaniels. Outside Ingles. Puts up a three. And the three-pointer goes. Ingles got 6.
Boy, it's nice to see young guys like McDaniels come onto the floor and make the right play.
Williams on the wing. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Here's Smooth. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 33% so far in this game. McDaniels passes to Randall. And here's Robinson. Back to Randall. Uses the glass on the layup. 10 points for him.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws in the game.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed, and Dozier is subbed in for Randall. Now Ingles. He has 6. McDaniels passes to Robinson. Here's Dozier. Picked by Gobert. Goes up on the wing. He can't get it to go. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Good. He hits again.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Robinson passes to Ingles. Fades. Williams grabs the board. Well, the Lakers shooting the rock around 43% since the third quarter began. Russell from outside. Minnesota with a rebound. Here's Dozier. Outside McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Lakers on top, opening up a huge gap. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth. And as we welcome you back, how about the record-setting year he has had?
Yeah, he established a new mark for points in a season. Think about all the great years in the history of this league. He scored more points than anyone. Our hats are off to him.
We've got Christian Wood. He's out there with Hayes. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Connect. And it's Hood Schifino in at shooting guard. That's the Laker 5. Here's Connect. Banked it in off the glass.
You have to be careful against Connect inside. He'll turn you into a highlight.
Ingles with it. Down low. Here's McDaniels. The shot that time not on target. Here's Hood-Schifino. McDaniels covering. Pass to Russell. The three. Minot pulls it in. The Timberwolves shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. Robinson passes to Ingles. Fires in the triple.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Completely new group for the Timberwolves. Here's Smooth. Another one falls. Amazing.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. And here's Paul. Outside, Alexander Walker. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Edwards. Russell with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Vanderbilt, no good. And so it's Minnesota with it. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Clark, in your opinion?
That it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly. Player to fan without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the strategy.
He is the story for them offensively, and a big reason why they're ahead.
Paul passes to Alexander Walker. Up top, Randall. Guarded by Vanderbilt. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Smooth's got his 16th rebound on the night. With the drive. And the layup falls.
Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Randall outside. Outside Paul. To the middle. Here's Edwards. Hook it. And it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got his 3rd assist of the night.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
Smooth, no good. And Minnesota with possession here. Here's Alexander Walker. And he comes up with a bucket.
Edwards moving that orange like a real pro.
Anthony Edwards.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. Over to the left wing. Here's Smooth. 3-pointer, no good. Now here's Randall. And stolen by Hayes.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
Add this one to the win column. Their 57th of the year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
If it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Smooth.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Fires from the wing. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Here's Smooth. And good! There's another!
Incredible! 81 on the night. inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. Reed with it. Launches a three. He's off on that one. There's 18 seconds left in the final quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Smooth. From outside, off the mark. Now Paul. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bettina.
How tired are you after setting this record?
You know, scoring's the easy part compared to what my teammates do out there. You know, you see them, they're rebounding the ball, they're setting screens, they're scrambling on D, diving for loose balls. What I do is nothing compared to what they do out there to help us win. Michelle.
What's your favorite way to score?
They're like children. All points are different, but you love them just the same.
It's cute.
Thank you, Michelle.
MP.
Man, MP, you're a cheat code.
Good game, MP.
MP just broke the game. Most points scored in a single season.